Tell me, welcome to the live. Welcome to. Let's just go. Welcome to the live.
We're doing something.
Empaths.
And I have a magic trick.
Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Give me a second, okay? Welcome to the live.
Yes, you know how to do a magic trick. I can show you later.
Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome.
Wait,
Welcome.
you worked with a psychopath?
What was that? I recently went for a psychopath. I'm so sorry to read that. So sorry. Welcome to the live. What are we talking about today? Today we're talking about the 500 plus history of narcissism, the roots of narcissism, so you can understand how narcissism began, how it was diagnosed, how we got to this point. What is narcissism? What is narcissistic abuse? What is the history of this false light? How did it even come into the common discourse? Where does narcissism come from? What are the psychological roots? How did we even know to call it narcissism? What is the science? What's the spirit behind all of this? Come on in. This is Rebel Soul, Michael Kiwanuka. Rebel Soul, Michael Kiwanuka. Welcome in. Welcome to the live. Say welcome to the live. To the live. I'm here with my boss, Shiloh, also known as Shilito, also known as Shiloh Ranking, also known as Sekhmet. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Today, we're talking, you got a comment here. Let's give a comment.
Thank you.
And then Dawn Marie says hi. What do you say?
Hello, Dawn Marie.
Welcome to the live, Coach West. We are going down the lane of everything narcissism.
Thanks for having us, Doc.
You're welcome. The history of narcissism, how narcissism came to be, what this is all about. And we open up with Rebel Soul. This is Michael Kiwanuka. Rebel Soul. We're going to start in just a minute. Welcome to the live. Welcome. We're talking about everything you need to know about narcissism. Come on. Everything you need to know about narcissism, what the history of narcissism is. We're going to go into the science, the spirit, the whole thing. Everything you need to know about narcissism, narcissistic abuse, how it came to be, where it comes from, the whole kit and caboodle. So you are in the right place. We're talking about the 500 plus year rise of narcissism and narcissistic abuse. But before we begin, Shiloh has some short prepared comments she wants to share. So Shiloh, make sure you speak up and read your comments very slowly and use your outside voice, okay? Go for it, Shiloh. Before we begin. All right.
Adults can help children become empaths by listening to their feelings and teaching them to notice how other people feel too. When a child is sad, don't tell them to stop crying. Sit with them, listen, and help them name the feeling. Teach the children to be kind, but also teach them that kindness does not mean letting people hurt them.
So you say that again, read that line again and louder.
Kindness does not mean letting people hurt them.
Next line.
Empaths need strong boundaries, quiet time, love, and adults who make them feel safe.
Louder.
Empaths need strong boundaries, quiet time, love, and adults who make them feel safe.
Mhm.
When grown-ups show compassion, children learn compassion. So listen to us, respect our feelings, and teach us that our sensitivity is not and sensitivity is not a weakness. It's one of our greatest gifts.
Woo! Good job. Those were wise words, Charlito. Wise words. And
Okay,
now
I am done with my script.
Okay.
So I will no longer be reading this.
Thank you. Thank you, Shiloh. Thank you so much. So as I said, Shiloh wanted to open with some comments to ground us. She had some prepared comments. And now we're going to get into the topic of the day. And the topic of the day is the 500-year rise of narcissism.
Dun, dun,
How,
dun.
dun, 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 how empire, false light, and collective trauma created this narcissistic epoch, and why the 144,000-hour awakening. So let's go. Let's go. All right. So first of all, it's important to understand that even though narcissistic personality disorder is a disorder.
I'll come back at a different time. I'm just going to sit there.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shiloh. I love you.
That's just an excuse.
You see, narcissism is not just a personality disorder. It is an organizing principle. And it's important to understand that the narcissistic parent, the narcissistic organization, the religious leader, the colonial empire, that celebrity machine, the attention economy, and the algorithm are not just identical, but are different expressions of the same underlying architecture. And that architecture separates image from essence, power from responsibility, intelligence from wisdom, and the nervous system from safety. And it's important to understand that what we are talking about is a concentrated expression of an epoch that has been constructing the narcissistic self for more than 500 years. And the reason narcissism appears to be reaching a crescendo at this point is not simply that more narcissists are being born, but it's because the systems historically rewarded narcissistic behavior, and that's what it is. So today we're going to go into the history of narcissism, from the myth of Narcissus to the early psychoanalytic discoveries of narcissism, and then we're going to bring it into the collective nervous system dysregulation and connect it to magic. So before we begin, the first level I'm going to go through will sound a little clinical, a little research oriented, whereas the second will be more relational and the third will be more esoteric. This is what we're going to do. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to you? Am I talking to you, rebel souls? If I'm talking to you, type transform before I go on. If I'm talking to you, type transform before I go on. We are breaking down the 500-year history of narcissism and narcissistic abuse. Come on in. Type transform. Let me know I'm talking to you. Rebel souls, who am I talking to? Thank you so much. All right, so let's begin. This is Michael Kiwanuka, Rebel Soul. Let me continue. So we like to give the science and the spiritual. So we're very, very clear on the distinction of what narcissism is, because there's a lot of information on narcissism and the word has become very popular. But we don't use narcissism as a popular word. We use it to describe the initiation that this portal inner minded is about. Now, the word narcissism, as you know, if you know this already, just consider it as a refresher. The word narcissism comes from the Greek myth of Narcissus. And Narcissus is a beautiful young man who becomes captivated by his own reflection in the water. But the problem is this myth of Narcissus is often misunderstood because Narcissus does not truly love himself. He loves an image that he cannot recognize as an image. He is not in relationship with his actual being, pathogenesis. He is in relationship with a reflection. He mistakes appearance for the essence. Narcissus mistakes fascination for love, fascination with the image. And he mistakes self-absorption for self-knowledge. And because he cannot withdraw his attention from the image, he becomes incapable of fully participating in life. That is the deeper structure of narcissism, which is the replacement of being with appearance. I don't understand your question, I know, Amara. Can you ask it differently? Now, healthy confidence can tolerate correction. Healthy authority can accept accountability. Healthy self-love does not require another person to become inferior. Pathological narcissism is, however, different because according to the American Psychological and Psychiatric Association, it describes narcissistic personality disorder as a severe, persistent, and impairing pattern, not merely ordinary vanity or occasional selfishness. And personality disorders involve enduring patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving, and substantial problems in functioning in relationships. And this narcissistic pathology includes grandiosity. It includes an exaggerated sense of self-importance. It includes fantasies of exceptional success or power, a demand for admiration, entitlement, envy, arrogance, and impaired empathy.
Arrogant people,
Arrogant. Thank you, Shiloh. Can you say that again? Come, say it. Say it.
Arrogance, people,
Arrogance and impaired empathy. But narcissism is not simply having a high opinion of oneself. You see, many people with pathological narcissism possess a deeply unstable sense of self-esteem. So the outward presentation may be superior, but the internal structure may be fragile. You see, this is what narcissism is. Now, let me tell you something more. You see, the grandiose structure protects the narcissistic person from contact with something for them which is as intolerable as shame, as dependency, as ordinariness, as rejection, as powerlessness, or the recognition that another person exists independently of the narcissistic self. This is why narcissistic injury can produce disproportionate aggression. Who am I talking to? You see, there's a large meta-analysis involving almost 500 studies of over 100,000 people. Listen to the science. Found that narcissism was positively associated with aggression and violence, and that provocation strengthened the association. Did you hear that?
Yep.
This does not mean that every person high in narcissistic traits becomes violent. It means ego threats can become an important risk factor within the narcissistic structure. Do you see? The narcissistic person does not merely want to feel good, because at the pathological level, reality itself may have to be reorganized to protect their self-image. Are you seeing what I'm pointing to you? And if you want to know more about how this applies to you, sign up for my Escaping Narcissistic Abuse Masterclass today. It's happening from August 7th to 9th. But let me go further. At the pathological level, they organize reality so their partner is always wrong.
Can
So the child must be ungrateful. You see? So that the employee must be competent. A former spouse must be evil. The witness must be silenced. And other people cease to be encountered as sovereign centers of consciousness. Other people become functions as mirrors, as audiences, as extensions, as servants, as threats, as scapegoats, as sources of regulation. Now, who first identified narcissism psychologically? Of course, it was discovered in Africa, but let's stick to the last 500 years. Because narcissism did not enter psychology as a fully formed diagnosis. It passed through several stages. Initially, it was myth, then it became sexual theory, then it became psychoanalytic theory. Who am I talking to? Then it became a clinical description, and then finally it was classified as a psychiatric classification. You heard me? Let me say it again. It was first myth in the last 500 years, then became sexual theory, Don Marie, then became psychoanalytic theory, then a personality structure, then there was a clinical description of that, and then eventually became a psychiatric description. Now, the first person to diagnose this in the modern sense, let me go further. In 1898, I'm giving you the evidence. You see, when you're dealing with inner knowledge, you get clarity. This is what we do. In 1898, there was an English physician and sexologist called Havelock Ellis. Havelock Ellis, who became the first major theorist to use the narcissist myth in describing a clinical phenomenon, because Ellis was examining states of intense autoeroticism. Remember, he was a sexologist, and people who were preoccupied with their own sexual objects. But this was not yet a personality disorder. But he moved Narcissus from mythology to clinical psychology. Am I talking to you? But then a German psychiatrist called Paul Nacker subsequently helped establish the term narcissismus. Okay? Then later came Sigmund Freud in 1914, who wrote the book and did a study titled On Narcissism, an Introduction. Freud made this very important move because he argued, Freud, that narcissism was not simply an abnormality found in a small number of vain people. He understood narcissistic investment as part of ordinary human development, that infants are usually narcissistic at first, but the infant does not begin with a mature recognition that the caregiver is completely separate. This is why most narcissists are 6-year-olds. They may be 80 years old, but they are 7 years old. You see? So the central development question for the wounded child who becomes a narcissist is, can I love another person as a person? Or can I love them only as an extension of me? Remember that narcissists raise narcissistic children, just like narcissists raise empaths. Same trauma, bifurcated by light and dark. Now, Freud did not formulate modern narcissistic personality disorder. It was formulated by a psychoanalyst called Robert Wilder. Am I talking to you? Or is this too much information? Now, Wilder described it using superiority, yes, and self-preoccupation and limited empathy. And then there were several others who contributed to it until we get to the Kohut and Kornberg model. You understand? They begin to look at it more pathologically, see narcissism as a developmental deficit. Kornberg and Kohut. This is where it began, and it was added to the DSM by the American Psychiatric Association in the 50s. So we have known about narcissism in its current form since the 1950s, for the last 70 something years. You see, now we don't know who added it, but the addition was led by a clinician called Robert Spicer. And then it became formally added into the American Psychiatric Association's diagnostic model. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is how narcissism came into the popular kind of parlance. But we arrive at one of the most important distinctions in this discussion, that the limits of psychology do not prove occultic causation, because psychology's inability to explain something completely is not scientific evidence that a demon, archon, or supernatural entity caused it. You see, but when we go deep into it, we know that psychology ends at the point of saying that narcissism can be dealt with through no contact, gray rock, yellow rock. But when we go into the unconscious hidden structures around narcissism, we realize that it uses unconscious motives, intergenerational repetitions. That's the epigenetic dynamic of this. Ritualized behavior and unspoken family contracts. That same architecture appears in cult leaderships, in empire, in religious hierarchy. You see, so we realize that we're not looking at an individual pathology, we're looking at something much more widespread. So the question is, are we living through a narcissism pandemic? And this answer requires some nuance. You see, one widely cited epidemiological study shows that there are quite almost 10% of adults, 6 to 10% of adults may be narcissistic. This will align with the 10% theory from the 5% nation, right? But when you look at even more studies between the 80s and the 2000s, it shows that narcissism scores have been increasing. Now, this doesn't mean that public concern is imaginary. It means that it is not necessarily that there are more exponentially diagnosed or undiagnosed people with narcissism. It is that modern systems have acquired an unprecedented capacity to reward, amplify, and normalize narcissistic behavior, meaning that a person does not need narcissistic personality disorder to participate in a narcissistic institution. If the workplace can reward exploitation, if a family rewards denial, if a platform rewards exhibitionism, then a society may therefore become narcissistically organized, even when most of its members do not meet the clinical criteria. But it becomes normalized that the architecture can be narcissistic without every inhabitant being a clinical narcissist. That's why we have NPCs. You understand? NPCs. Or if you go into the 5% theory, 85% are blind, 10% know the knowledge to control the 85%, and 5% are the poor righteous teachers. Come on. Now, why are we seeing this age as an epoch? Because an epoch is a large, distinguishable period of history shaped by a coherent arrangement of consciousness, technology, economic, social order. It's a way of organizing reality. You understand? So the question becomes, what kind of human is this epoch constructed? You see, what are we moving into? What are we becoming? Then when you look into the 500-year history of this epoch, the modern narcissistic architecture did not begin with social media. One major historical root lies in the period of European maritime expansion beginning in the 15th century. This era included colonial conquest, the transatlantic slave trade, resource extraction, religious imperialism, Racial classification. In fact, my master's thesis when I was at Georgetown University was about how Belgium plundered the Belgian Congo and how the Catholic Church helped with that. You can find my master's thesis online. So this is stuff that I've researched at an academic level. Racial classification and the administrative control of colonized people. Now let's be precise. Not every feature of modernity is narcissistic. Okay, right? Not every European was a narcissist. And domination existed long before Europe's colonial expansion. Viva España for winning the World Cup. But colonial systems displayed a recognizable narcissistic grammar, grandiosity, entitlement, exploitation, lack of empathy. Empire declared our civilization is the universal standard. Our cosmology authorizes your conquest. Our appetite constitutes destiny. Our violence becomes benevolence because we define the language. And the colonized person must be transformed from a subject into an object, a labor source. You see, that is macro level narcissism, where another human being's interior world becomes irrelevant when compared with the empire's purpose. The narcissistic family operates through a comparable grammar, as above, so below, where the dominant parent defines reality and the child's interiority is ignored. Who am I talking to? Come on. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Am I just a lone rebel soul here, like Miko Kawanuka? Who am I talking to? Where are you? Let me know I'm talking to you. And if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comments. Who am I talking to? Come on. Who am I talking to? 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 Come on. Come on, Michael Kiwanuka. Tell them about the rebel soul. Yay! What? This is the way it's always been. This ain't no act. This is inner mileage. What are you talking about? You understand? This is a lifetime of initiation. Let me continue. I remember being a little boy, 6-year-old, reading the dictionary, reading the Bible, reading Hare Krishna tracts, reading my father's Masonic material, not knowing what the words meant. This is a lifetime of initiation. But let me tell you, stage 2 of narcissism came with the Protestant Reformation, which challenged centralized ecclesiastical power because it emphasized scripture, conscience, and direct relationship with God. This helped loosen the monopolies of religious authority and began the context of this modern individual. That was a profound step towards freedom. But then the Enlightenment challenged superstition. It contributed to modern science. But the Enlightenment also carried a shadow. The fantasy that reality could be completely mastered through the external world, through instrumental reason. So nature became material. The body became something mechanical. Land became property. Knowledge became power objects. The human subject imagines itself standing outside the world, examining the manipulating world as a thing. Am I talking to you? This separation became technologically productive. But when made absolute, it became spiritually catastrophic. Am I talking to you about the spiritual catastrophe? Because it extracts from the earth as though it were not embodied within the earth. I am nature. I am carbon. It pollutes the river as though the river were not part of the same living system. We're all guilty. It develops power without accepting participation in the consequences of power. Reason becomes purely instrumental. Not is this just? And then you realize the marketization of the self. Markets are ancient. Trade is not narcissistic. Enterprise is not narcissism. Wealth is not narcissism. The pathology of narcissism begins when every dimension of value is translated into exchange value, when dignity becomes productivity, when worth becomes income, when visibility becomes existence, when poverty becomes evidence of personal failure, when the person becomes a brand. Modern consumer culture teaches the individual to establish identity through external signs, status, and I have some of those, right? Credentials, beauty, youth, access, and proximity to power. At the most psychologically sophisticated, it manufactures an incomplete self. Who am I talking to? It creates a wound. And the wound is you are not attractive enough. You are not young enough. You are not masculine enough. You are not feminine enough. You are not successful enough. And I know the law of the jungle appears here, but we are higher than the jungle. You are not awakened enough. And then it sells you the symbolic object as temporary nervous system regulation. Come on. Where are my rebel souls today? This is inner mileage. You are given an insufficiency, then you're sold a mirror. Don't you see the game? Am I losing my mind? Who am I talking to? Who, if I'm talking to you, type transform. I want to know I'm talking to you. Us above, so below. Come on now. Where are you? Viva España, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams. You did it. The Moor and the Ashanti man. The Equatorial Guinea Moor. The Maroc, España, Andalusia. If you understand, you know I'm talking about Alkembula. Now let me talk to you even further. Industrialization. Rebel, we love that. K9 Gourmet. Shonda, Don Marie, and Noah Amara. Yes. Stand up and rise. You see, this is where we got to where we are today. Mass media, propaganda, and the manufactured self. This is the work of Noam Chomsky. Come on now. This is the work of Noam Chomsky. This is the work of Steven Pinker. Let's not even get into the spiritual, where you become an enterprise. Now we are now in techno-feudalism. There are winners and losers. And you must know the law, the rules. You know, Yuval Noah Harari already told us in 2017 there will be the rise of the useless class. And you're surprised that's happening now? Come on. Pay attention. The reason why narcissism became so prevalent in the home is because of unprocessed shame. The reason why narcissism has become more prevalent in modern times is because of conditional attachment. The reason why is also because of intergenerational trauma, the curse. It is also because of authoritarian family structures. Look at those families, whether it was polite or impolite. And because of social isolation. Remember, the Surgeon General told us, we are now in a loneliness epidemic. Look around you. So let me tell you, this is why we are where we are right now. The word narcissist is often used for almost every painful experience, where sometimes selfishness is called narcissism, immaturity is called narcissism. But let me tell you what, this trivializes the difficulty associated with this pathology. You understand? But we know that the word has spread because it gives language to relational patterns that many people experience but could not previously organize, because it takes genius to actually recognize narcissism and narcissistic abuse. Am I talking to myself? You have to be a genius to actually see, whoa, I am being narcissistically abused, because the narcissist is a genius. The narcissist is a genius. Narcissistic abuse is genius and clever. Narcissistic abuse is sneaky. Narcissistic abuse is intelligent. Narcissistic abuse is gangster. So we recognize that if you recognize narcissism or narcissistic abuse in your life, that makes you more gangster than any gangster out there. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Who am I talking to? You see, you have understood now the context of where this comes from. For more than 500 years. That's why I speak to you with this sense of urgency. So you understand what is running. You understand? And I know it may be hard to say goodbye to some of the narcissists in your life. This is Michael Kiwanuka. Hard to say goodbye. It may be hard for you to say goodbye, but you're not ascending until you say goodbye. And especially now with this new moon and the upcoming full moon, they will come and try to show up. But know that the 500+ year epoch of narcissistic abuse is over, because we are now in the axial age, the new axial age. Come on now. So if a narcissist is sneaky and cunning and you figured it out, what does that make you, empath? Look at me. If the narcissist is a gaslighter, a love bomber, and a spell machine, and you are able to figure it out, what does that make you? That is evidence that you are a child of the divine within you, a child of the divine intelligence, of the independently originated. What's up, baby? What it is? Oh, you can't find the mom? What is it say? Where is it? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. You understand? And you have to understand that good always prevails over evil. Light always prevails over dark. Angels always prevail over demons. So long as light recognizes that it is light, and light needs darkness to shine. So long as evil knows it is evil and good knows it's good, and good is relevant so long as it's transposed against evil. That's the law of polarity.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. You understand? This is the whole game. The demons need angels to recognize their demons. That's the whole game. You understand? Love and hate, like Kiwanuka said. And when you understand this, you never become scared of a narcissist, because a true empath could not awaken without a narcissist. And that's why this has been happening for more than 500 years. What do you have to say about that? Of a good and evil, Angel?
That evil can actually sometimes be good.
What do you mean?
Because you can't always just have the light. Because if you're always kind to people, what if you be kind to narcissistic people?
So you said sometimes dark is good?
Yeah.
Why is dark good sometimes? How old are you?
6. Just turned.
You just turned 6, and you're saying sometimes the dark is good?
Yeah.
Why is the dark good sometimes?
Because you can't always be nice to narcissistic people.
So even the empath must know how to use their darkness.
Yes.
Selassie is the ruler. This is not I. This is I. Do you understand? So what protects an empath from darkness?
By being kind, but if it's narcissistic people, it's not you.
So the empath is protected by being kind.
Yes.
Wallahi. Wallahi. Did you hear that? Wallahi. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. What does it say? What does the picture say?
Hold my hand close, Daddy.
Shiloh just said that all empaths must know how to use their dark side. Did you hear that?
High five.
She just blew my mind with that.
High five.
High five.
There's the camera.
Do you know you're amazing?
Is that it?
Wait, I have to move the mouse.
High five.
Oh my word! Do you know you're amazing?
Yeah.
How do you know you're amazing? No, don't rip it off. How do you know you're amazing?
Because you treat me like I'm amazing.
But how do you know you are amazing without me?
You treat me like I'm.
But without me, how do you know you are amazing?
No.
Comes from within. You understand? You understand? What do you want to say? Say it. Selassie I is the ruler. So this is what happens when you stay on the righteous way. Let me play Junior Roy, yeah, to sign us off. Junior Roy. You see, this is what it's about. Hold on 1 second, just a second. This is what it's about. Oh, you're so tall now. Junior Roy, yes, honey bun. This is what it's about. 1 second. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. The narcissist. Say it again.
The song's called Trodden on Ja Road
by Junior Roy. Come on. Oh, we got a donation. Oh my, let's look at this. Whoa, Des Artist. One love, Des. She gave us $100. What's up, Des Love? One love.
Thank you.
May you be abundant. May we be abundant. One love. Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. Do a live in person? Yeah. Thank you so much. May you be abundant. May I be abundant. Now is the time. Oh my, they try to kill you? Don't worry, Leanne, you made it here. That's what makes you beautiful. You gotta get it on. You know that you've done some. Oh, do you want to? Should we play Living Waters by Victoria Noel?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's end with Living Waters. Right? Hold on.
What did you hear?
Victoria Noel. Are you gonna sing it?
Sure. Let you know, people. Be ready to get amazed.
Be ready to get amazed. Okay, here we go, Shiloh. This is Victoria Noel. Living Water by Victoria Noel. Came out last year. Victoria Noel. Thank you so much for all the energy, all the blessings. You understand? Oh, okay, I'll be quiet.
I got that living water that's flowing through my body, and they gon' think I'm crazy, like I'm some happy, but I see in the spirit, them haters out around me. Thank God I got my angels, they surround me. I got that living water that's flowing through my body, and they gon' think I'm crazy, like I'm some happy, but I see in the spirit, them haters out around me. Thank God I got my angels, they surround me. Thank God for that, good. Thank God for the chances it could. Couldn't give up on me. Like you didn't give up on me now. Thank God for the good. Thank God for the chances it could. Couldn't give up on me. Now, all I ain't made that mountain like something. I eat from that fruit of a tree for better. To keep on riding on that plane that you gon' make nowhere. What you say? You shame? Okay, you can go ahead and pass it. When I pop that cash and work, I'm trying to get you out the penitentiary. Trying to make your way to the kid, make your mind absurd. They keep trying to put me in a box, but I'ma keep on busting out the top. Was floating through the boat and left the die. Hanging by the grave down the ride. You gon' try to be crazy. Go ahead, take your quick hand at it. But you can't have my soul, I done catch it. Float like a butterfly, sting like I'm Cassius. Whoa, then it sneaks up at the grass like, whoa, people keep When you get it, keep the cash 5 minutes. So love your heart, but lemon. All your fruits up in the garden. To all my girls and all my boys, we stand tall until we learn. Far is gone away, places far on me.
Let's
Far is gone today, pouring out of me. I got that in the water, it's showering down my body. And they don't think I'm crazy, like I'm some happy-dappy. But I see in the spirit, the haters out around me. Thank God I got my angels, they surround me. I got that living water in the world, my body. And they don't think I'm crazy, like I'm some happy-dappy. But I see in the spirit, the haters out around me. Thank God I got my angels, they surround me. I thank God for everything good. Gotta thank God for the chances it could. Couldn't give up on me. He didn't give up on me now. Gotta thank God for everything good. Gotta thank God for the chances it could. Couldn't give up on me. Good again.
one love, yeah.
That, and I know Leon Pagnosi, you like that song, and it's called Living Water, so by Victoria Noel.
Oh, that was beautiful. You did a great job, huh? Bravo, bravo, bravo.
No pictures.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Thank you. Oh, we got another donation. Oh, thank you so much. Only this.
We have $202 more.
That's £2 from London, from England. Say thank you so much. Say thank you so much for you. Oh, may we be abundant. May you be abundant. May you be abundant. May we be abundant. You see? May you be abundant. May you be abundant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as usual, we're going to close with Olele. We're going to end with this.
Okay, people. No.
What? You want Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Which song?
Can we just look and see what song I would like to play? Or the albums?
Yeah, okay. Oh, I know which one you like. You like the...
No.
Okay, we're going to close with something from...
Michael Jackson.
From Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Who's Shiloh's favorite? You want to go with Off the Wall? I think you like it.
No, I don't know that song.
This one.
No. Oh.
This one? No. Oh, I'll rock with you. Okay, got it.
No.
This one?
No. Not that album.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Down.
Down.
Nana? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, we ended with MJ. The Empath Lives On.
This came from 2012.
All right, this is a remaster. Thank you so much. Sign up for our Escaping Narcissistic Abuse course at innermileage.com. Okay, you, one love, bro. You are a little demon that needs to be removed from here. Huh? There we go. There we go. Come on.
I only know one part.
Thank you so much, huh? Thank you so
I
much.
actually don't want the song. No, please.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the last one.
This one's good. This one's good.
Oh.
Let me show you guys the move on. Move on.
Move on away. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Dreamy. Thank you. May you be abundant. Thank you. Thank you, Dreamy. Ow! What can I tell you? Come on.
Oh, that's so cute. This comment for you.
Oh, I love you too, Leanne. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Not a
The kids love MJ and Wu-Tang. What can I say?
What?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Richie, you didn't know he had a daughter. No, this is your first time meeting. Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you.
Watch all our videos.
Thank you so much.
Say watch all our videos, Joe. Summer, good to you.
Thank you so much. We'll see you back here on Wednesday, yes?
And hey guys,
Yeah.
so guys, we'll meet back maybe today at 7.
No, not today. Wednesday.
You said 7.
No,
No,
Wednesday.
you said tomorrow 7.
No, tomorrow we're
You
busy.
said tomorrow 7.
No, I didn't.
No, you did 6.
You want to do a special live?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let me talk about it later.
It's gonna be a yes for the live. We're just gonna at 7 p.m. We're just gonna talk about it.
That's enough. Thank you so much.
Fair enough.
Hey, say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Global Solidarity now. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. One love. Thank you so much. May I be abundant. May you be abundant. Yes. Thank you. See you on Wednesday. Yes. One love. Sign up today. Escaping Narcissistic Abuse course. The masterclass. There's a course too, but sign up for the masterclass. Sign up now. Thank you so much to the co-host. Okay, I'm sharing with the co-host. I'm not going to keep it. Shiloh, I owe you $5 and more. Thank you so much. One love. One love. One love. One love. One love.